Hello, hello. This is Pat with Petresca Papers. I'm out in the Bluebird Bungalow. I'm coming to you with a new project. But first, let me say welcome. If you are new to my channel, I'm so glad you found me. If you are one of my loyal, longtime subscribers, thank you so much. It's always good to have you come back. I hope today you will enjoy what I have not planned. I'm kind of going off the cuff here, but you're not going to have to watch me go off the cuff the whole time. And I have no cuff. Well, I guess that's a cuff. Anyway, it is April 1st, and I'm not sure if the whole world, all the countries do April 1st is April Fool's Day, where you play pranks and jokes, but today this is no joke. Well, I hope it's not a joke. We'll find out. So here's my plan. I want to take last year's Home Sweet Home's Jonquil Cottage. And this is what we made. We made a junk journal. I'm going to take it and I want to make a folio. And a folio is more like a folder that opens up and you have some pockets and things. I need something to track my garden and my plans for the garden. So I'm going to make a folio using the digitals from Home Sweet Home Jonquil Cottage, which I will link below. I also am pulling in a freebie from last, I think it's March. I will also link that below, and I will put it in my Ko-fi shop, which I didn't have last year. So that will be a freebie for you. Now, this came with 3 different covers. This one and one with a plaid. Don't think I've got that out. And this one that I'm going to use. Let me find it. Okay, where are you? Where are you? There you are. This one, which I'm going to use. This one was ivy. This one was roses. And the other, I can't remember, the one that had the purplish plaid, the spring plaid. But this is what I'm using today for this project. This is the freebie, and it is a little folio itself that has flaps, and I will link that video below along with where you can pick up this freebie. So the point of this freebie is that you print out whatever paper you want your folio to be, and you print this second on top of this. Okay, so right here it says print on pre-printed, and then you're gonna, the dash equals cut, and the solid lines equal fold. Okay, and I will assemble this with you. I'm going to cut it off camera, and then I've printed something on the back side. I did just, this is from the papers in the Home Sweet Home's Jonquil Cottage. I used the periwinkle polka dot. This is the green plaid. And then I printed just 2 other sheets. I may need more, but I'm hoping to make it with this. This was the yellow floral, and this is the green, the spring green solid. Okay, so that's the pieces, the digital pieces that I've printed. I have a file folder, and I buy mine at Dollar Tree. I think they're still there. They're not very heavy, but that's okay because I printed all these on cardstock, so it's going to make it a bit more substantial. Now, the tools I'm going to need, and I don't assume that you're going to want to work with me, but maybe after you watch it once you would. I'm going to have, I think I'll use possibly some glue stick, and I've got 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac here just in case. I'm not really sure. I really should twist that on so it doesn't ooze out. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to use my glue press. If it hasn't sat out here too long and has clogged up, I'm going to make sure that's good. If not, I'll be using my container, which both have art glitter glue in it. I, of course, will have scissors. I will be using my, whatever this is. This is my scoreboard that has a cutting tool on it. I will be marking down what my dimensions are so that I can let you know, but I'm not sure what they are yet. So you will need to stay tuned, and I will, oh, pardon me, I just looked over, I saw my distress ink. I have to have distress ink, and at this moment it's probably going to be Vintage Photo because it's kind of a in-between. I would love to use the new one. What is that? Smoldering Timber or something like that, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to stick with what I know, which is Vintage Photo right now. Okay, come back, hopefully you will, and see where I am taking us down this unknown road. All right, I will be back. Ta! All right, I have done some prepping. I'm not sure how much I have really done, but let's go forward. So first, let's deal, well, this, which is the digital of the cottage, I cut down to 5 by 7. It cut off little corners of the roof, but I don't think that matters. Cut off a little off the top there. So I inked this, it's ready. I'm going to set it aside. So, oh, well, let me show you. So this will be the cover or the outside. Okay. So what we need to do to prep our file folder, I scored in here that center. So where it folded in half was here. That was the fold. And so then I, on the longer side, one of the sides is longer, at least on mine, I did another 1/4 inch fold so that we have a 1/4 inch spine, so to speak. Okay. And then I scored, and what that does, it gave me, so here was my original fold, and then I scored 5 down there, and then once I did my 1/4 fold, I measured over, and originally didn't do it right. I scored 5. Okay, so then I turned it, and since I want this 7, I scored at 7 along there. And now inside, I have decided, so here's that score, the 7-inch score is right there. And here is my, I've lined there, this is my 1/4 inch spine. I came down to the bottom and made a mark at a 1/2 inch on each side of that score. And now I'm going to be cutting that. but I just wanted to make those lines. Over here, whatever your file folder is, they're all different. I wanted a straight line, so I'm cutting off that tab. And then over here, I am cutting this whole section out. Since I have this flap and I wanted a flap, we're cutting this out, and there's not enough for me to make a pocket, so I'm going to do something else up there. But on this side, I've cut this off, and then I've measured down 2 inches, and I'm cutting that out. So let's see how that works. All right, so I'm going to cut up here. Oh, and I didn't mention this is going to become a pocket, and this is going to be folded. So let's see how that works. Go up here, and I actually think that I am going to try to just cut that out and use this 1/4 inch here and glue it back up on itself. It'd probably be easier to just cut it off, but let's see if that helps, just to give it a little more strength, like that. I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna glue that down. I'm so happy I got my glue press unclogged. When you let it sit for many days, it tends to not be a happy camper. Now let's just make sure we get that in there and it doesn't stop this from folding. Did it? No, it looks okay. I think right up here, I didn't cut very even, so I'm going to give it a little snip here. Okay, let's see. Are you still gluey? Still not sure about that top, but it'll let me know. Okay, now I'm going to cut this off over here. And then I need to cut up this right here. Oh my goodness, can't get it straight. And then cut this off. And I'm off camera. I'm sorry, I'm just using my scissors. Nothing exciting. I was watching somebody today and she was off camera most of the time. I'm like, oh, I think that's me a lot. I can cut. Now, I'm going to cut. I should have kept cutting up there. Boy, I am really crooked today. So this is a pocket now. And I think it actually needs to have a little bit of an angle. And I'm looking and boy, that is not a straight. I think this is straight across. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. So now that's going to go up there and be a little pocket like that. Yeah, right, Pat. Just like that. Okay. Now this is going to be a pocket also. And I'm going to cut across there. And I think I cut off 2 inches off the bottom, or I made, what did I do? Yeah, that pocket's 2.5. Okay. And so now I need to cut. Okay, you're not helping me. I'm going to cut right. Am I cutting the right one? No, because remember I said I did wrong. So I need to cut on that line here. Right there. And again, I think that I'll trim this, but I will let that go up and strengthen a little bit of the that folded spine for those out side flaps. All right, come on, come on. You can do it. All right. And some glue along here. And up there. Okay, so this is a pocket. Oh my gosh, that is so crooked. Can we just even you up somehow? Let's make a line. Maybe that'll help me cut. And I probably drew the line crooked. Let's find out. Okay, I think that looks better. I hope. So that's a pocket, and then this is a pocket with that angle on it. And I think I need to just take a smidge off this so it doesn't bother that fold. Right, like that. So this will fold like that. Okay, so this will be a pocket, and I think I'm going to leave this open and I'll glue there. But I'm not going to do that because I want to add paper, whatever paper to it, and I'll have a lining in there. Okay, now over here, we're cutting this whole piece out here. So that's going over and keep going over to there. So I'm cutting that whole thing out. So now I'm going to cut up here. There. Yes. So this will come up here, but it's much too big. So why have I got a fold there? I'm having a moment, kids. What was my thought? To have a fold. Oh, I know. I remember. We're folding it. Oh my goodness. This will be another, is that straight? Probably not. This will be another little pocket that will fold down. So this will be glued there, and then that can have small things in it, and then it will fold up there. Okay, so far, this is what we have. Okay, right like that. And this will go on the front. And I'm going to use this on the back, and I'll cut that to 5 by 7 and glue that on in just a bit. And now you don't need to see me do all the decorating and embellishing. I'm going to use some of these papers to cover pockets, and I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll come back and show you what I have done. It's not something that needs to be watched or documented. This, I will put a pocket there somehow. This will fold down. I'm thinking I need to cut that shorter so that there's more access into it. So let's make it, I think, 1.5 inches. Let's see if we can cut straight. I don't think so, but we're going to try. Give it the try. All right. Let's see what we can do, how much damage we can do. All right, so this there, that's better. That's going to be covered up anyway, but we'll just erase it. So that will be a pocket, and that will come up here. Now, I want to, so I've got this, I'm going to set it aside. I want to work on my folio. Now, there's two ways you could do this. It could be glued right on to the back of this, but I want it to be freestanding or free to take in and out. So just to refresh your memory, this is what the digital looks like. I printed it onto this. I printed another side, another paper, digital paper on the other side. And I've cut on the dashed and scored on the fold. Okay. So here's this. One thing that I noticed, and I don't know, this little piece needs a fold. Well, I put the fold up here on this longest part for that, this to be adhered to. This way, because that's the bottom. I'm doing the wrong way. So that's that bottom right there. I think that's right. Or is it? It has to be. Yeah? Yeah? I think they're, no, it's not. I'm having a moment. It was okay when I did this. I think this will have to come. So this one will be fine there. This may have to come down a lot. Or we're just going to. All right. Well, the video for this works out much smoother. I don't know why this is giving me so much grief. So this is going to need to come down there, and that will go there. All right, that it works. This hole is just in the wrong spot because of where I folded this. I should have folded this. Okay, watch that video. It'll be all clear. And then here's the two sides that will glue on here. Now, I do need to do some distressing. And I wanted you to see, I cut right on that little dashed line, but once I distress it, it goes away. I go down here. Oh, and we have an inside. Just a quick one there. I think we'll do a quick swipe there. So how is everyone? Yesterday, at least here in the U.S., it was Easter Sunday. Now, I say that. I think it's Easter. I think the whole world, if you celebrate Easter, I think it's on the same day because it's scheduled by the circadian calendar. I don't even know what I just said. Sounds like something I heard once. So, anyway, we had a beautiful day here. I don't know if you remember, back on March 1st, I was out in the Bluebird Bungalow, and it was a soggy day, and we said, March is coming in like a lion or a soggy lamb. Well, it went out like a beautiful lamb. It was just a lovely day yesterday. We had some family over. We had good food. We had, I should have cut that. Well, we'll see. I had a little Easter egg hunt. There, I don't have little kids, so it was big kid stuff. The eggs had money in it, you know, that kind of stuff. But it was fun. It was good. It was nice to see most of my family that lives in Georgia. See, I think that's supposed to be where I folded. Too late. Too late. Too late. Just disregard. Okay, this side. All right, now it's time to assemble this. All right, so this is going to glue. Oh, that might have been it. I needed to turn that around. Let's turn it around. Yes, that would be it. Okay. I feel a little better. Okay, so let's put some glue on here. And there. I have been, you know what? Boy, that is way off. My cutting is off. So I'm going to even that up. In fact, as I look at my plaid line, I can see I was off. So I'm just going to cut down there and even that up. Okay. So now, much better. Much better. Not perfect. Not perfect. Let's even you up. Okay. I'm not happy with that. All right. There we go. Now, inside, here are my two little flaps that will help keep things in. I'm thinking seed packets or tags off of plants that I plant. I last year was introduced to daylilies. Well, I wasn't just introduced to them. I had planted some daylilies, but I went to a daylily festival. Daylilies, in case you don't know, it's a tuberous plant that sends up these beautiful stems, or scapes as they're called in the daylily world. The flowers only last a day, but they they gorgeous that you don't mind. They make you so happy as they come out. So I have, dare I say, 40 different ones, and I've got 2 big beds and one on the side of the house, and I went through, made sure they were all labeled, and I made a grid that shows where each of them are. So that's going to be printed and put in here for quick reference. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so now I took my circles. You've got 4 circles, 2, and they all have holes, so you can choose whichever. But I did not put holes in these because they're going to be the backing that keeps the little brad legs from being a problem. So I cut these, and then I punched, it's an inch punch. I punched some cardboard and I've glued them on. So now I've got these, but I need some distressing on them. Just around here and there. And there is a little tool that I copied from, what's her name? Victoria Designs. It's just a piece of cardstock with a slit. It's a fairly thick piece, which makes it so when you put these on, you'll have a space. But before I do that, I need my holes. And this is off, so I don't want to just do that. So I think I know that that's where I want this one. I'm just going to leave it there. And is that in the middle? That's, Let's find middle. How about that? If it's possible. So that's 3.5. So 1 3/4. We're just going to be brave or stupid. All right, there. So see, it was over just a wee bit. Okay, so I'm going to put my brad in there. And I'm going to put this little tool on there. And slide it into that hole. And you keep the tool there, that little piece of cardstock. Okay, come on, you got fingernails. And open up these little brad legs or feet. And while I'm right here, I am going to glue that on. And I am not accentuating that with any kind of distressing. I just want it to blend into the background, just like that. There may be a pocket put on here later. I don't know. We'll have to see. Be pulled out. So now we see we have a nice space to put our twine in, or on, or around. Okay, this one goes there. Let's see. I don't think you're in the middle. So you need to, yep, you need to come over. Let's do that right on here. So here we are. We're at 3.5. Well, are we really? That seems to be a little off. And you're at 1. Oh, I hope you are. I don't know. I just want it to line up with that. It is over just a little bit. Let's just be really, really, really exact. It's just for fun anyway, right? All right, my brad in here, and onto the tool, and my friend Tracy that I talk about a lot, her son printed a 3D one for me, like that. And so I don't show this because we said, come on, you got to make them and sell them. He hasn't done it. So I don't show you that because I know then everybody's like, I want one. But I did show it, didn't I? Now you're going to say, I want one. I have a 3D printer, but I am so not savvy. Okay, let's get this one glued on. And then we're almost to the point where I'm going to cut again, and I'll decorate and come back and show you. Okay, I should have kept this on there as I'm pushing, because as you push down, and you take away that little space that you've created. Okay, so this is this. No, it's not. Oh, this. I am just upside down and all over the place today. So this will slide into this pocket right there. Okay. All right. I am going to go jazz this up, and I will come back and show you what I have done. So come back and see me in just a few. Okay. I am back, and I'm ready to take you on a walkthrough of what I've done with the Jonquil Cottage, Home Sweet Home Jonquil Cottage revisit to make a folio. So again, here's the front and the back. I'm thinking I'd need a pocket on the back. These are my scraps. I did end up printing another sheet of, I think it was this one. I should have figured that in, and I may still be able to do that. I don't have all of that right here. I'm going to do a pocket there. So then when we open this up, oh, and on all of my edges, I used a rubber stamp that either had, you could use one that either had writing or the one I used had tape measuring. And I can't tell you where I got this. I think either Temu or, I don't know. Now, I can't remember. AliExpress possibly. But just something that you can stamp there. I didn't want to put paper on. It's hard when it's just that 1/4 inch. Okay, so I did that on all of my inside edges. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so here we have all that and it's on there also. We open it up. I made just a little notepad with some scraps that I had and some scrap paper. And there's a pocket there, and that will slide in there, nice and handy. And then when we open this side up, I've got just a tag in there, and I've added a lot of my hidden paper clip files. This one is, I think, Jonquil Cottage. And then this is the houses. And they're big, like this, and two-sided. And I don't know if I'll keep it there as I go forward and use this, but it's there for now. And then this side, again, there's another little pocket that mirrors this pocket on this side, but they're opposites. And then this is one of the gifty pockets. And I think that would be good. I'm going to use that to put receipts in. And I'll link that below also, that video. May even be a playlist. I'll check on that. And I just folded a piece of paper and put it in there. That's a pocket there also. Nice area for lots of large things, like when I plan out my garden area, I can slide it in. And then on this side, again, there's a little mirror pocket. However, this one folds out, and then there's another little pocket in there where we can have a little tag or something in there. Here is our cute little folio that I can put seed packets or whatever in. And I did end up with putting on the twine around it. And I tried using this, but because of my placement, that puts it right on the front, and I didn't like that. So I'm just holding this in with a paper clip. My original thought was to put it in this pocket, but it's a bit bulky for that. Well, it's really not. Now that I've glued it down, I think it's going to stay there. I think that's good. And then you can go there, or I don't know, wherever you want to go. Let's put that on there. But then you've got somewhere that you could clip other things on. So there is the Jonquil Cottage folio. And I appreciate you watching. If you're new, please subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a remark. If you're one of my longtime subscribers, You know the routine. I love to hear your comments. So please go ahead and do that, and we will see you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.